What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Another day in paradise, and we look forward to Fulham away on Sunday. We're going to be predicting every single game for you guys with a bit of help from you, because I'm sure me and Sim are going to get into some arguments on what some of the scores are going to be. So we're going to need your help to settle the scores. So we're going to predict every game and see how likely relegation actually is this season. So that's going to come a bit later. But yeah, Fulham away, Sim.
Fulham away. It's one of those games where on paper you're thinking, you should go there, go there to take at least a point.
We say that every year.
And it's always harder than you think, isn't it, Fulham away? It's one of those pesky games where you underestimate the opposition. But we're in no mood to underestimate anyone right now, I think it's fair to say.
Got battered there under Ange, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think earlier in the season, we've lost to them already this season, haven't we?
We have.
At home.
2-0 down after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, we set a Premier League record, I think, for quickest to go 2-0 down, something like that.
I think regardless, kind of, Spurs have always found it difficult home and away. Not always, but in recent years, found it really difficult against Fulham. And yeah, I think it's a real tall order to go there this weekend and get a result.
I wouldn't say it's a tall order, but it's a tall order for us right now.
That's why I said it's a tall order.
It's not like Fulham are not some great, they're beatable. They're not an amazing team. They're a decent team.
You don't need to be an amazing team for it to be a tall order for Spurs.
I understand that, but I would say I go there expecting to get something. I'm not going there expecting to lose, put it that way.
I'm going there expecting it to be a real tough game and not expecting to take anything home. As much as I would like to say, look, we're Tottenham, we should be fighting for Europe, we should do this, we should do that. The reality is we lose every week. So
no, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not like if we get a draw, I'm not going to sit here and say what an amazing result.
It's not mainly on Fulham why I'm saying this. It's on us and how we've been. That's the issue here. So when I say it's a tall order because of how we've been. Even when Spurs have been in better moments, we found it hard at Fulham and Craven Cottage.
Right. So that's my point. Like, going to Fulham, it's not necessarily Fulham are going to beat us. It's probably we're not going to do enough to get anything out of it.
Yeah, and they sit kind of like mid-table in terms of the home form, so they're clearly beatable. But you got to look at the whole picture, not just how good Fulham are, how bad Fulham are, but how bad we are and how bad we've been. And
I agree. So, but my point being is, like, you start the stream saying, "Ugh, Fulham." I'm thinking, "Ugh, it's Tottenham." You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with Fulham.
Yeah, but we are playing Fulham, and
I understand that.
I'd have more hope if we were playing someone else. Depends who it is, obviously, but I don't know. It's a tough game.
Apart from the bottom three, who would you go away from home right now hoping to get a result from and thinking, yeah, we can do it?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not many teams. Let me Crystal Palace.
Palace, okay. One team.
Brighton.
You would say Brighton, we have a good chance.
I think we've got a better chance against Brighton than we do against Fulham at this moment in time, yeah.
I'll say it's fairly even.
Because Fulham are performing well. Brighton have not. Brighton have been poor for a long time. Game. Yeah, it's true. But, I mean, how many points are Fulham ahead of us? 11? 12?
Something ridiculous.
Right, I think just Fulham is a very difficult game, man. I really do.
Fulham are 37 points, 8 points.
Is that it? 8 points? All right, cool. Closing the gap.
Brighton are 5 points ahead of us.
Yeah. So, it's probably fairly even. I think we could do something at Everton, probably over Fulham. I think we could do something, probably those three teams, Brighton, Everton and Palace. Everyone else, I think, is a tall order, to be honest. But that's just
we just need a win. We just need to find a win from somewhere. You get a win on Sunday, I think the mood changes and everything changes.
Yeah, absolutely, because we know the other two teams, Forest and West Ham, both got hard games this weekend. So a win is imperative this weekend. But look, we'll get into the preview and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. Let's start off with a Tottenham update. And Igor Tudor actually did his press conference today, and he has confirmed that Kevin Danso and Pedro Porro are back available for the game this weekend. Mickey van der Ven had a small issue with his finger, but he's going to be fine apparently.
According to Ali Gold, he misspoke. He meant toe, but he said finger.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But that's what Ali Gold says. But he says small issue with his little toe, but he's fine.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah, tell me about it. He also said that this is the biggest short-term assignment he's ever had. And it's a difficult task getting this Tottenham team up for it.
He was asked, is it harder than you expected? And he looked at the report, he's like, yeah, I think you could say that. You could say so.
First press conference, he said, 100% we're staying up. Now he's saying it's the hardest job he's ever had.
This might be a bit more difficult than I thought. Deary me. Great news about Danso and Porro. He was asked, are they going to be available? Are they playing? He said they're available, but he said, we've got to see what condition they're in, if they're ready to start and all this kind of stuff. So he didn't want to commit to them starting the game. But obviously we're hoping that, if they're available, they come straight into the team. They're obviously badly needed. Two positions that we are very, very short on at the moment. So definitely hoping that they are fit enough to come in. They came into training yesterday, so they've had a few days training come on Sunday. So that's going to be crucial if they're in the team. But yeah, he didn't want to commit to them being available. He also had his say on the Van der Ven video. He said he was accused of, Van der Ven was accused of not listening to Igor. He said, what did you think of that? Is it hard to get these players to listen to you and stuff like that? He said the video didn't represent what actually happened. He said he was talking to the whole defence, not just Mickey. And then when he was speaking to Mickey specifically, he did come over and he did listen to him. So he says the video didn't represent, or the caption didn't represent what was happening in the video. Yeah,
he also called Mickey the model professional as well. So I think it's good he cleared it up, to be honest. It's good he cleared it up because a lot of people were talking about it a lot after the game and going into the next few days. And yeah, I guess that's cleared up and put to bed. But I like the way he speaks, to be fair. I really do like the way he speaks. He fills me with a lot more optimism and hope than Thomas Frank did in the press conferences.
Definitely. Frank will probably be saying now, we're probably going to lose a lot more games. And look, a year in the Championship, teams
Frank would
have done
not say that. Frank would say, really, kind of underwhelmingly, and you just won't believe and say, we're going to get better. We're on the cusp, We've had 7 good games in a row.
You saw those positive traits against Arsenal equalise. You saw it right there. So it's another game we showed positivity.
And he's like, we didn't get exactly what we deserved.
Exactly.
Oh, good. Anyway, so good stuff from Igor Tudor's press conference. Let's talk about Luka Vuskovic, because this is an interesting one. We heard a couple of months back that Luka Vuskovic could be staying at Hamburg next season because he wants to play with his brother and everything like that. However, the Hamburg director, Klaus Costa, says there is no chance Luka Vuskovic will stay at the club next season. The actual quote says, contractually, there's no chance he'll stay. It's a pure loan. We have no way to tie Luka to Hamburg long term.
So is he saying that there's no chance we get him permanently, or is he saying there's no chance he'll stay for another year?
I think that he's saying, long term suggests permanent, doesn't it? So I think he's saying that. But I don't think this is saying that he can't go back there next year on loan. I don't think that's saying that. And the way the kind of aggregator, whoever it was, I can't remember who it was, kind of has said there is no chance Vuskovic will stay at the club next season, I think it's kind of been misaggregated a little bit.
Aggregators misinterpreting a headline? No chance, surely not. Never seen the like. So I think we all knew he ain't going to sign for Hamburg permanently. I don't think there's any chance of that happening. But next season, I wouldn't rule it out. But then again, we might need him next season. I don't know if we're in the Championship, what that means for him as well, whether he's willing to stay here. But
I want to see him come back next season. I want to see him come
back as well, yeah. I want to see him get a go. To be fair, we said this season, let's give him a pre-season, see how he does, and then make the decision. And then he had a great pre-season, then we made the decision to let him out anyway. But
the reality is, though, if we do go down, he's above us.
True, yeah.
There's no chance he comes back if we go down.
What do you mean?
If we go down, I don't think he comes back.
He'll have to. because he can play every week. If we force him to come back, he's our player. We do what he wants.
I don't think so. I think if we go down, I think we're going to be forced to sell him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we
We'll
will.
be forced to sell everyone else.
No, I think we're going to be forced to sell him as well.
Why?
Because of the financial difficulties that we're going to be in. He's going to be one of the high stakes player in the squad.
Yeah, but he's in terms of his wage, he ain't on.
It's not about wages though. It's about getting all the money that you can with the disparity in terms
We're
of
not
the
going to sell
finances.
everyone.
We're going to sell a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think you understand how dire the finances are going to be.
I'm not saying we're not going to sell a lot of people. I'm saying
We're going to
keep
sell
some people around.
They're saying that the high value under 21 stars that we're going to have to sell as well.
So who's going to stay?
Who knows, mate?
I think
If we go down, I guarantee you we're going to have to sell Vuskovic.
I think Vuskovic stays.
I think that's wishful thinking.
think
I
he
really
stays.
do. Like the dire straits of the financial situation that we're going to be in is going to be gargantuan. It's going to be crazy. It really is. And people like Vuskovic and potentially even Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore, we might be able to keep, but Vuskovic, with the value that he has, I think we're going to have to sell him. I really do. And anyway, as someone says in the comments, like if we go down, it'll probably force a move anyway.
He might do, but again, he's our player,
Yeah.
and he's still young. Yeah, look, let's not. I don't want to talk about relegation. I mean, let's just pray it doesn't happen. But I think there'll be some players who stick around. They can't all go. We can't sell 25 players.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's 5, it's going to be 5 players who stick around. He might be one of them.
I don't think so. Anyway, we'll see. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, and let's hope this conversation is null and void. But that's the Vuskovic situation. Footy Insider are claiming that Tottenham are keen on signing Crystal Palace goalkeeper Dean Henderson. The 28-year-old will be a direct replacement for Guillermo Vicario, who is growing increasingly likely to leave North London this summer. We've heard of interest of Juventus, heard of interest of Inter Milan. We've seen a decrease in performance from him this season. So I actually asked you yesterday, maybe they're just watching We Are Tottenham TV and just adding 2 and 2 together. But
Or just making up transfer rumours.
yeah, would you take Dean Henderson?
If we go down, I would. Definitely. I think he's a good keeper. Look, I'm not massively against him. I think in terms of modern day goalkeeping, like what is required, like from a goalkeeper, I don't think he's like the best on the ball, but he's probably might be better than Vicario. I think he's a top shot stopper, very good at penalties as well. I do like him. I think in where we are now, I think it'd be stupid to turn your nose up at Dean Henderson, wouldn't you? I think he's a good keeper. I think in another scenario, I'd be like, probably we could do better. But
Is he the next England number 1? Let's say if Pickford was to retire next week from international football.
well, Pope's ahead of him at the moment,
Pope,
isn't he?
yeah.
Trafford's obviously coming up, and Henderson's probably better than him at the moment. I think he's done really well at Palace. He's proven he's a good level Premier League goalkeeper, but I don't know if he's a top 6 keeper. But then again, we're not a top 6 keeper at the moment.
Exactly.
So, but then is that should you only be striving to do that? Or do you want someone at the moment in the interim while we're at the level we're at, and then ship him out in a few years? So I think
If you're
he
not
wouldn't be
top
my
6,
first choice.
if you're not a top 6 club, can you sign top 6 players?
You can try.
You can try, but can you?
If your scouting's good,
Yeah.
then yeah. Well, our scouting's not good.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I like Dean Henderson, I really do. I think he is probably better than some of the targets that we spoke. Like right here, right now, I think he's better than a Verbruggen, but I think Verbruggen has a lot higher ceiling than someone like a Dean Henderson. There's that Svilar guy from Italy. I don't really know too much about him, but apparently he's doing very well in Italy, and he looks like maybe a better candidate. But I wouldn't be totally against Dean Henderson. I think he's been a lot better than Vicario this season.
This season for sure. Well, maybe last season, obviously when he saved it in the final, didn't he? The penalty.
Yeah.
He's a really good keeper, but I think there's a reason why he's never really. I don't think any of the big clubs are going near him.
What big? I mean,
Newcastle, when
he'd probably get in the
him.
Chelsea team right now.
Let's see if Chelsea go for him.
Yeah, Chelsea are probably going to go for someone like Maignan or someone like that, some top keeper. because that's what they would have done under Roman Abramovich. Now I don't know what they'll do. To be fair to Chelsea, I think their keeper's actually had a pretty decent season. He's actually had probably his best season for a while, but
it's just another signing that probably smacks of a lack of imagination. But I think he'll probably do a job.
Yeah, we'll see. Would you guys take Dean Henderson in goal for Spurs next season? I think he's an upgrade. Look, I think he's an upgrade on what we got, but he's not the be-all and end-all. I think it's safe to say that.
I think he's similar level at both of their very best to Vicario. I think right now Vicario's in a very bad moment, and Henderson's playing a lot better than him. But I think if I'm looking at them both at their best, I think they're probably similar level.
Yeah, that's fine, but I think where Vicario kind of is really weak is obviously on the ball, but again, as well, where he's really weak is his ability to get bullied at times and his physical profile. And I think Henderson is a lot better in that aspect, in both those aspects.
Fair.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about the Champions League last night, people, because there was obviously implications for Tottenham where now we can only play one of Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray.
What a game that was.
Galatasaray game was incredible. Like, we were actually talking about this yesterday, weren't we? We were saying, you know what, if Juventus get a goal back early, that tie could change quite quickly. They got that goal back quite early, and then they got a sending off for Lloyd Kelly. First of all, one of the most disgraceful sending offs I've ever seen. Like, seriously, how is he getting sent off there?
It's ridiculous. Where is he supposed to go? He can't float in midair, can he? He jumps for a header and he lands. Is unlucky he lands on the Galatasaray player. But how the VAR has gone back to that and given a red card, I think is absolute brainless. It just shows a lack of kind of knowledge of, playing the game on the pitch. Like, what is he supposed to do? He's not a drone. He can't direct where he lands. He can jump and then he lands where he lands. It's not his fault. It's not like he stuck his leg out either. It's more the Galatasaray player went under him more than anything else. So desperately unlucky. I thought the referee made a horrible, horrible decision.
Yeah.
I think the VAR should have looked at it and then
he's cost them the tie.
it.
He's cost them the tie, the referee alone, because Juventus were brilliant. They played Galatasaray off the park even with 10 men. I feel like that sending off really galvanised them as well, and Yildiz at the heart of things, and Locatelli really at the heart of things. Locatelli in recent weeks has just been fantastic for Juventus, and they go 3-0 up. They take it to extra time. Locatelli goes off and it all kind of just fell apart, didn't it, for Juventus?
He missed that big chance, right?
Yeah.
Extra time. Jago, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And when they missed
a couple of chances in normal time as well.
And then Osimhen gets the dagger and they get the goal. But look, watching that game, if we're looking at it objectively, in both legs, Juventus had a man sent off. And Gala really benefited from that.
Yeah.
In the first leg, I think Juve were winning 2-1. They get a man sent off and it goes 5-2. They crumble. Second leg, even with 10 men, they go and win the game in normal time 3-0. And it took Gala a couple of late goals in extra time to win it. So looking at that, Gala are definitely beatable.
Yeah, for sure. Gala are beatable.
When
I was watching it, I was texting a few. He was saying it's just written in the stars for Spurs to play Juventus in the next leg with the Tudor thing and obviously Moani as well and everything like that. It was just written in the stars, but look, obviously it wasn't. It wasn't meant to be. But yeah, I wouldn't say I fancy our chances against Galatasaray, but I think we can beat them. I would say that.
Probably favourites.
Yeah, I would say.
We wouldn't be against Atletico.
No, I don't fancy our chances against Atletico. I think if we come up against a Simeone team, I don't think we even score over 2 legs. But we just got to hope we get Galatasaray in the next round, because I think that's a good avenue to the quarterfinals. I really do.
Would you rather go Madrid or Istanbul?
Istanbul, for
yeah,
sure.
Istanbul.
For sure. Because you look back at the game at Istanbul last season, we played a very weak team, didn't we? We had a back four of Dragoshin, Davis,
Gray,
and Porro. We had Will Lancashire up top. He got sent off. And they absolutely killed us in the first half, don't get me wrong.
Four-string goal as well.
Yeah, exactly. They killed us in the first half, but we actually, with 10 men, we made a late rally in that second half, and we could have got the game back.
Mm-hmm.
So, as much as they've got a lot of good players, Galatasaray, I think we can beat them.
I think if we come away with Galatasaray with either a 1-goal defeat or a draw, I think we beat them at home.
Yeah, I think so. And everyone, it's a lot is made out of going to Galatasaray, but I just don't think it's Like, I think it's been blown out of proportion how hard it is to actually go to Galatasaray and win, or go to Galatasaray and take away a
To be
point.
fair, Juve did crumble there,
Yeah.
5-2, but it's not impossible. You know, once you go the atmosphere, you settle down. I think they're not like some incredible team. They are decent though. They got some good players.
Yeah, they're decent. I'm not saying it's not hard to go there, but like, people talk about it like it's this impossible place to go and there's no chance you can go and win there. Like, it's not that.
No.
It's really not that. So I fancy our chances against Galatasaray. I really do.
Unknown BN says that we have more chance against Atletico than Galatasaray.
Nah, no chance. No chance. There is no chance we go through if we play Atletico. I'm telling you that now.
Well, Bruges gave them a couple of good games.
Well, I mean, in the second game they lost 4-1.
They did, but if you actually watched it, for large parts, it was quite even. And then they took the game way late on. But
I was worried about the prospect of playing Bruges, to be honest. Bruges are a very good side. They've given Barcelona a run for their money this season.
they have. They drew 3-3 at home to Atletico and Barca.
Yeah. So they're a very... Don't underestimate Bruges. They're a very good side.
A lot of people were doing that to Bodo this year, underestimating them.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Bodo are flying. They smashed Inter Milan 5-1 over 2 legs.
Incredible. They were, and some of the goals they're scoring was just so good. Some of the best team goals I've seen this season. Honestly, amazing. And the manager came out after the game and said, "Yeah, it's not our best game." He said, "We can do better. We can do better." Incredible. Their story is mad. But yeah, in terms of the side of the draw, I think. Where was it? I think the Atletico side is actually a bit easier in terms of the route to anything, if we're looking at that. Obviously, if we get for the Atletico side, you've got kind of... Well, I guess you have to wait and see, but in terms of the teams who went through, Leverkusen, Bodo, Newcastle, whereas on the other side, you've got Real Madrid, PSG, Atalanta, was kind of some of the other teams.
Look, the reality is, whatever side of the draw we're, I don't think we're making it past the quarterfinals. So I think it just is what it is. Let's just get as far as we can.
The quarters are playing either Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea, or Barca.
Yeah, I don't think we're beating any of those. I think Galatasaray is probably the last team in the Champions League left that we can beat.
Yeah, probably. You saw Dortmund. They got slaughtered by Atalanta after being 2-0 up.
Yeah. Atalanta we could potentially beat. Potentially. But apart from that,
come the quarters, it will be April if we do get there. And all of a sudden you do have Kudus back. You do have Bentancur. Well, Bentancur actually can't play in the Champions League, can he?
No.
But you do have Kudus back. You got a few more players back. Bergval will be back. The doggy's back.
Yeah, but the problem I have with that is that because we've got such a limited amount of players right now, we know that when you have such a small roster, you're more susceptible to injuries. So who knows who's going to be out by then?
Just saying, if last season we kind of got players back and we were able to keep most of them back, I guess. Well, Decky got injured and Madison got injured, but I think we were able...
Bergval got injured.
Yeah, we weren't getting like the muscle injuries as like we were earlier in the season. So like Romero, Van der Ven came back and stayed back, albeit we were saving them for the Europa League. But if we can kind of keep them back, maybe we can be better. Tudor can supply some people.
It's a completely different situation, Sim. Like, we had nothing to play for in the Premier League. We rested players every week in the Premier League to put them on ice for the Europa League games. So
yeah, and who knows where we're going to be in April? Maybe we'll have a couple wins under our belt and the pressure will be released.
If
not, then obviously, yeah, the pressure's going to be on, and you won't be able to rest anyone.
I can't see there being a situation by April that we're completely safe. Like last April, we were completely safe by April. We were like 16 points ahead or something. Like, I can't see that being a situation, unfortunately.
Again, you're probably right, but I'm just saying, if that was the situation, we have players back, maybe it's a different scenario. Maybe we actually can give these teams a game rather than just rolling over.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll just have to see how it all pans out. But right now, it's all about just getting to the next round. And I think we need Galatasaray in the next round. If we do, there's a good chance of us getting into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, just take it game by game at the moment, Spurs fans, is what we got to do.
Yeah, exactly. So look, that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we have brought you today. A super chat here. Chameleon Eyes says, The stream title damn near gave me a heart attack. Also, I love your blind optimism, Ben. Never change, brother. I think you meant Sim. I think you meant Sim.
I don't know. What have I been blindly optimistic about?
I wouldn't say you haven't been blindly. Well, maybe that we can go get a result of Fulham.
Get a draw. I'm deluded. You think we'd draw at Fulham, do you?
Was that one from today? No, I think it wasn't. All right, cool. Let's go and predict the outcomes of every single Premier League match from now until the end of the season.
Let's do it. Let's go do that.
Let's go and do that.
Let's go and do that.
You up for it?
Let's do it. And,
you guys up for it? Because we're going to need your help.
What happens if we do all of this and we end up in the relegation zone?
Then we're fucked.
Well, this is it. This is the outright. If we do this,
whatever happens,
don't watch the rest of the season.
Whatever happens in this prediction is pretty much going to happen.
Are we going to have a little check at the league table after every game week?
No, we can't look at it till the end.
Can't look at it.
We can't look at it till the end.
Till the final day.
Yeah.
Game before the final day.
Final day we'll look at it because I think otherwise you get screwed by the information that you do have. So
what makes a difference? Maybe some teams are playing for something, some teams are playing for nothing. All of a sudden,
yeah, that's also true. That is true.
All right.
Right, we'll look at it. We'll look at it at game week 33 and game week 37.
Okay. I can't see the comments here, so you're going to have to, if anyone's saying, oh, this should be a draw or whatever.
If me and Sim disagree on an outcome, then we're going to have to put it to you guys and you're going to be the deciding factor on the result. So, look, let's get into it. Wolves, Villa. We've gone for Villa win. We both said 2-1 on our predictions, didn't we?
Let's
go Villa 2-1.
Are we like doing proper scores or just if it's a win, it's like 2-1 or something?
We'll just see how we go. Bournemouth, Sunderland. We'll go for a Bournemouth win.
Yeah, Bournemouth win.
Burnley, Brentford. I mean, I think Brentford are going to win.
I said draw, but I think Brentford are probably favourites. I'm happy to put a Brentford win.
Liverpool, West Ham, Liverpool.
So let's say Liverpool win that one.
Newcastle, Everton, Newcastle. Leeds, Man City. Yeah, let's go for a Man City win.
Man City. Brighton, Forest. I say Forest get a point there.
Yeah, 1-1. Fulham, Tottenham. Now, I said Tottenham to lose.
I think we're going to get a point.
What do you guys think? Do you think Spurs will draw or Spurs will lose? Because neither of us are saying Spurs are going to win. So let us know. What do you guys think in the comment section? What are Spurs going to do at Fulham this weekend?
1-1 draw, 3-0 Fulham draw. Maybe just do a quick poll.
Yeah, I'll do it. Start a poll. Draw or loss at...
Oh, so definitely not a win then. So.
Well, that's what we're saying, aren't we?
You only have a draw or loss. We're definitely not winning, people.
Vote in the poll. As soon as we get to 50 votes, we'll move on.
Come on, vote, vote, vote. Yalla, yalla, yalla. Come on. 50-50.
50 votes. It's 53. Oh, it's gone back to 50-50. All right, 100 votes.
How can it be 50-50? Go on, 69 votes. Come on, come on, come on. 53. Looks like draw's going to win this one.
Just. All right. Draw's going ahead, so it's 10%. Go 1-1.
1-1.
Man U Palace. We'll go for a Man U win.
And Arsenal Chelsea.
Arsenal to win, unfortunately.
All right, next one. That's that game week locked in. We're all happy with those results?
Yeah.
That's it. Game week 29.
Well, Bournemouth Brentford, I reckon, draw.
Bournemouth Brentford, draw, yeah.
Everton Burnley, probably a draw.
Draw, you reckon, Everton Burnley?
Yeah, Everton are so poor at home, man.
Leeds Sunderland. I reckon Leeds, you know?
Yeah, Leeds.
Wolves,
Liverpool
to win that. Villa.
Liverpool Wolves. Villa against Chelsea. I reckon a draw.
I reckon draw. Brighton Arsenal.
Arsenal to win. I reckon Brighton Arsenal.
Fulham West Ham. Ooh.
Draw or Fulham,
Draw.
I reckon.
I reckon draw in that one. Forest, Man City.
Man City to win.
Newcastle, Man United. I reckon
a draw. Draw or Man U.
Let's go draw.
And Tottenham. I'm saying Tottenham to beat Palace.
Tottenham to beat Palace. We're going to get a win, people. All right, so already, after 2 game weeks, we're 7 points clear of the drop.
All right. Things are looking good, people. Things are looking good.
That's given that Forest lose and draw to Brighton and City, and West Ham draw and lose to Liverpool and Fulham. Not
All right,
unlikely.
things are good.
And we get 4 points out of the next 2.
It's all right. Game week 30. Game week 30. West Ham, Man City. I think Man City win that. Sunderland, Brighton. I reckon Sunderland 1-0.
Yeah. Oh, Sunderland win. Palace, Leeds.
I reckon draw or Leeds.
I reckon maybe Palace.
Nah, Palace.
I reckon
Leeds
Palace.
are looking good, man.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they're going to win Palace can lose every game. And Leeds can lose games, but I reckon. I'll go draw.
Burnley, Bournemouth.
I'll be surprised that's a draw.
Yeah, all right. Chelsea, Newcastle. I reckon draw, probably. Draw or Chelsea to win.
I reckon draw.
All right. Arsenal, Everton, Arsenal. Man U, Villa.
Draw. Maybe United.
I think United to win.
Forest at home to Fulham. I reckon Forest win that.
Yeah, I reckon Forest nick it as well. Tottenham, Liverpool.
Liverpool and Brentford, Wolves. Brentford, probably.
Yeah, Brentford, 2-1.
All right, getting hairy again. All right, West Ham haven't caught up any points, but clearing away from Forest. Sorry, Forest catching up. So this is, game week where Arsenal aren't playing.
Yeah, Bournemouth, Man U. I reckon 2-2.
I reckon, 2-2.
Man City 2-0, 2 or 3-0.
2-0 to beat Palace. Bayern, Liverpool, draw.
That could be a draw, yeah. Fulham, Burnley. Fulham will win that. Everton, Chelsea. I reckon Chelsea nick it.
Chelsea nick it at Everton.
Yeah.
Leeds, Brentford.
Draw.
Newcastle to beat Sunderland at home, I reckon.
I reckon 0-0.
I reckon Newcastle, no chance they don't win that game.
All right, go for Newcastle. Villa, West Ham. Oh, I reckon that could be a draw.
Villa, I reckon it could be a draw as well.
And Tottenham Forest. God. This is a massive game. Tottenham
3:15.
Forest.
Why are we playing at 3:15? Oh no, these are different times, are they? Anyway.
3:15 on the Sunday. Tottenham Forest. What's going to happen in that game, guys? I don't know.
I don't think we win.
I don't think we win either, but
I don't think we lose.
you reckon
Probably
a draw? I think there's a good chance we lose. People in the comments saying draw. All right, go for a draw. Next up.
So still 7 points above the drop zone. Forest only 2 points though.
Sunderland, we're losing that.
Sunderland.
Yeah, we ain't going to Tottenham. We aren't going to Sunderland and winning. Palace, Newcastle. I reckon Newcastle.
All right, Newcastle to win that one. Arsenal, Bournemouth.
Yeah, 2-1. Bournemouth, Brentford, Everton.
Probably a draw.
A draw, yeah.
Burnley, Brighton. I reckon Burnley could win that.
Potentially.
One of their only wins.
Yeah. Chelsea, Man City. Man City.
Oh yeah, definitely Man City. 100%. Liverpool, Fulham at Anfield.
Yeah, Liverpool.
United at home to Leeds.
Ooh.
Big one, big derby.
I reckon that could be a draw, you know, that game. I think Man U might nick it. Don't think Leeds win.
No.
It's a draw or Man U win.
I reckon a draw.
Okay.
Forest home to Villa. I got a feeling Forest win
Forest
that one.
win that.
And West
And
Ham.
West Ham win that. Now it's starting to look a bit precarious again.
All right, let's look at the table after game week 33.
You don't want to look at it. Villa, Sunderland, probably Villa win.
Palace, West Ham. I reckon West Ham could go there and win.
I agree.
1-0. Brentford, Fulham. Draw.
Brentford, Fulham, draw, yeah. Go on then.
Chelsea, Man United.
Draw.
Draw. Everton are home to Liverpool. Probably Everton, maybe.
I reckon a draw.
Draw again. A lot of draws this week. Leeds to beat Wolves.
Yeah.
City at home to Arsenal. City have to win.
City at home to Arsenal.
They have to win. They have to win. We've gone this far.
All right, City 2-1.
2-1. Newcastle, Bournemouth.
Newcastle to win.
Newcastle to win. Forest at home to Burnley.
Forest to win.
And Spurs
at home to Brighton. We got to win that game, surely.
win that one. So, after game week 33, Man City top the league, Liverpool in third, Villa still in fourth. We are 15th, ahead of Brighton. Brighton are tanking, but we are 4 points above the drop zone. Forest are now 14th. Palace are in 17th. We have them. 3 points above the drop.
This is what I was telling you about Palace, man.
Yeah, we've just got them to lose every game.
Because they're playing hard games.
We've got them to lose some games they could win, like Leeds at home, I think.
But I don't know if they will win. They could win it, but will
I'm saying, who knows? But, yeah, look, where they are tanking. We've got them tanking. They're now 3 points above the drop. We are only a point ahead of them, but 15th now.
they? Yeah. All right, let's go to the
Bit
last few
closer.
games of the season.
Everton, 7 points above the drop zone all of a sudden. Don't know how that's happened. Burnley, no chance. Wolves, no chance.
Top 4 race looks done and dusted. Top 5 race looks done and dusted.
Top 5, we've got Chelsea, United, Villa and Liverpool streaming away from Chelsea.
Yeah.
In fact, Chelsea are getting dragged into a top 8 race.
Wow.
Jeez, have we got them to win any games? Got that? I think they have the toughest run out of anyone, to be fair. All right. Bournemouth at home to Leeds.
Bournemouth.
Sunderland, Forest.
Sunderland or draw.
Sunderland or draw. Let's go. I think it's going to be a draw. Brighton at home to Chelsea. I think Chelsea win that.
Yeah.
Arsenal at home to Newcastle. I think that could be a draw, maybe. I think, but
You reckon? Arsenal win that.
not necessarily. I don't know. Newcastle, if they're out of the Champions League. All right, Arsenal to win. I think that could be a draw. Burnley to lose to City.
Yeah.
I reckon Fulham to beat Villa. I reckon Fulham beat Villa.
Okay. Especially with Villa probably still in the Europa League as well.
Liverpool beat Palace, I think.
Yeah.
United beat Brentford.
Yeah, or draw. It could easily be a draw, that game. But yeah, let's go for United win.
I think West Ham and Everton probably draw. Or maybe a West Ham win.
I reckon West Ham win that. And Spurs surely back-to-back wins for the first time in how long?
Spurs to beat Wolves.
You know what? I reckon that's going to be a draw. Embarrassingly so. But can we really sit here and predict Spurs to draw against Wolves? Surely we're going to win.
We can. Oh, we can. Now, look at the bottom of the table. Bloody hell. If we draw to Wolves, all of a sudden we are 2 points above the drop. Palace Palace, Brighton and West Ham only separated by goal difference, but we haven't really done the scores, so like goal difference is a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But all on 36 we have them. Jesus. And Forest are 3 points clear and 14th on 39.
That's mad.
In fact, Leeds and Everton are only 4 points away now.
That's crazy. Anyone in the bottom 12 can go down. Anyone from 12 or below can
That's
go
all
down.
that's how we have it. Bloody hell.
All right, Bournemouth, Palace. Probably Bournemouth.
I reckon draw.
All right, go for draw.
I reckon Villa beat us.
Yeah.
Villa Park. Arsenal beat Fulham.
Yeah.
I reckon West Ham get a draw against Brentford.
Okay.
Chelsea beat Forest.
Yeah.
Everton, City.
City.
City to win that one. Leeds to beat Burnley.
I think City and Arsenal both win the rest of their games apart from the game that they play each other, to be honest. Man U, Liverpool draw.
Draw. Newcastle to beat Brighton. Yeah, Newcastle probably to beat Brighton. God, they got tough games, Brighton. And Wolves to beat Sunderland to beat Wolves. Or draw.
Draw. So where does that take us going into the last 3 games?
We are 2
2
points still. West Ham are now out of the relegation zone, and Brighton are now in the relegation
Wow, that's
zone.
mad. Brighton.
Brighton in the relegation zone. That's how we have it.
Everyone's saying we got to be run like Brighton, man. Brighton, the best run club in the Premier League. They're in the relegation zone.
In our fake predictor. So I told you, Tony Bloom's a fraud. Look at us. Look at these are our predictions.
All the Brighton fans are going, he's just focusing on Hearts.
We haven't got them to win a game, have we?
They got hard games.
Who do we just get them? We got them losing, yeah. All right, 3 games to go.
Sunderland, Manchester United, draw.
So we're getting United to like go unbeaten, essentially. Wolves, I think Brighton to beat Wolves.
Yeah,
Palace and Everton draw, I reckon.
go on then.
Burnley away, home to Villa. Yeah, go Villa win. Fulham, Bournemouth draw, or Fulham? I reckon Fulham actually.
Fulham to win.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Well, what's the table situation for Liverpool, Chelsea?
Chelsea 5 points behind United, and 6 points behind Liverpool.
For a bit of drama, I reckon Chelsea win that.
Chelsea just for the drams, vibes. Brentford to beat, sorry, Man City, Brentford. 2-1
Man City.
Forest, Newcastle. I reckon that could be a draw.
Yeah, I agree.
Spurs, Leeds. I think that could be a draw.
Draw.
And West Ham, Arsenal. I think Arsenal win that probably.
West Ham.
West Ham win
No, I'm
that.
joking, Arsenal.
God.
All right, where does that leave us? Going to 2 games to go.
West Ham back in the relegation zone.
2
Brighton up
points.
to 15th.
Jesus.
And we're still 2 points.
Bloody hell. And we got Chelsea away, second last game.
Oh, God.
Go on. Let's keep going. So, yeah, Man City to win that. I reckon Liverpool to win that, or draw. Could easily be a draw. No, Villa could win. To be fair, that
Villa
fixture,
win.
literally
I think
anything.
Villa going to win that.
All right, Arsenal 3-0. I think Brentford probably win
Brentford probably win that.
that. Chelsea win
Yeah,
that.
we always lose at Stamford Bridge. Everton to beat Sunderland, I would say.
Okay.
Leeds, Brighton, I reckon draw.
Okay, 1-1 or 2-2.
United,
Man U, Forest. I reckon Man U probably win that.
United win that. Newcastle's
Newcastle win. Newcastle win.
And Wolves, Fulham go draw.
Right, so this is the table going into the last
I'm
game
scared
of
to
the
look.
season. Go on, go down.
So we are 2 points above West Ham going to last game. Palace are a point above the relegation zone. Forest is still not out of it. And Brighton are not out of it.
Yeah.
That's what we have. So it's 3 points between Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Palace and West Ham.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
All right, let's do the last day.
Who do we have? Everton at home.
So Sunderland, Chelsea, I reckon
And
Sunderland win there.
what's the state of play up here? So top 5.
Oh, wow, Chelsea above Liverpool.
Chelsea above Liverpool now.
Same points.
So Chelsea, between Chelsea and Liverpool for top 5. Top 6 even, kind of United at 3 points. Villa are safe. Villa can't drop out. It's between United, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
Yeah.
All to play for there.
And Man City 1 point clear at the top.
That's what we like to see.
So I reckon
Chelsea probably win that if they need to. Where are Sunderland? 12th.
Yeah, Sunderland might be on the beach, won't they?
Yeah, Chelsea win that. Brighton, Man United. Brighton have to get a result.
The Man U have to get results.
They just need a draw. And Man United, they both just need a draw, so they're drawing.
Oh, that's a draw.
They both need a draw. So
That's going to be the stinkiest draw.
Yeah,
man.
0-0. That's a 0-0 written all over it.
That is 100% an Arsenal win.
That's an Arsenal win, yeah.
Burnley, Wolves. Oh, God.
Go for Burnley to get a result going. Actually, you know what? I reckon Wolves win that. Fulham, Newcastle, draw. Maybe even Fulham. Where are Newcastle? 7th. Got them up in 7th. I swear we got them to win barely any games. How have they done that? Anyway. Liverpool, home to Brentford.
Yeah, Liverpool win that.
Brentford, kind of looking for top 7, but...
No, Liverpool win that at Anfield.
City at home to Villa, who are safe. So
City
they've got
win.
nothing to play for. Forest at home to Bournemouth.
I reckon Forest win that.
Forest win that. Spurs at home to Everton. What are Everton doing? They're kind of on the beach. Could sneak into the top 10 with a win. God, we surely have to win that one, don't we? But
I reckon draw.
draw at home to Everton. And then
And
West Ham,
West Ham.
Leeds. Leeds are safe.
Yeah, West Ham will
And
win
West
that.
Ham win that.
All right. This is how the league table is going to end up. So the top 4, we got Man City to win the league. Arsenal, second again, ole ole. Aston Villa, Man United and Chelsea get Champions League. Liverpool, Europa League. Newcastle, Conference League. And Spurs are safe.
We are safe by 2 points. Palace go down.
This is what I'm saying.
Palace go down, we have. We've gotten losing to Arsenal. We got Palace. So we have Spurs, West Ham, Tottenham and Forest all end up getting over 40 points. West Ham go down on 38 points.
Palace go down on 38 points, yeah.
38.
Yeah, crazy.
That's unheard of. Well,
But anyway,
not unheard of.
this exercise has just shown you how tight it is down at the bottom. And, obviously we haven't got every result right here. We haven't got every result wrong. But, we've ended the table here 2 points from the drop. And we've given ourselves, 3 wins?
So what we've given ourselves is draw to Everton, lose to Chelsea, draw to Leeds, lose to Villa, draw to Wolves, to be fair, beat Brighton, lose Sunderland, draw to Forest, lose to Liverpool, beat Palace. 2 wins we've given us.
2 wins.
2 wins and a bunch of draws.
I don't think the Wolves thing is that far-fetched. Wolves drew with Arsenal at the end of the day. We drew with Wolves earlier on in the season.
But we've given us 2 wins and how many draws? 2 wins, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses out of the last 11 games.
Yeah.
2 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses.
I don't think that's beyond all realms of possibility. I think that could be quite accurate.
I think a lot of people would take that right now. Yeah. 2 wins, 4 draws,
gives
5
us that magic 40-point mark.
and it just about keeps us up. We have.
Yeah.
We've got West Ham to get 40,
Yeah.
which is right now they're on 25, so that's 5 wins.
Wow.
And we got
Have we
Brighton
overrated
to
West
really,
Ham here, people?
And we got Brighton to really get dragged into it as well. West Ham draw away at Villa, lose to City, draw with Fulham, lose to Liverpool.
Have we got West Ham only losing 1 game?
No, I just said 2 losses
2.
there. West Ham here, draw at home to Bournemouth. Oh no, that's game week that's just been, sorry. Draw Fulham, lose to City, draw Villa, beat Wolves, beat Palace, beat Everton, draw Brentford, lose to Arsenal, lose to Newcastle. So we got them like losing half their games still.
Losing 4 games.
Yeah. We've got them like 4 losses.
And what about Forest?
Forest, we've got them doing quite well, 43 points.
They've got really hard fixtures. Have we overrated Forest here?
Beat Bournemouth, lose to United, draw Newcastle, lose to Chelsea, draw Sunderland, beat Burnley, beat Villa we have at home, draw with Spurs, maybe we win that, beat Fulham, lose to Man City, draw with Brighton. I mean, it's not crazy.
3
results.
losses. Yeah, maybe they don't beat Villa and they just draw with Villa.
When you take 2 points off them, it's still above us.
Yeah.
But we could have 2 points with.
I don't think these results are unrealistic at all. I really don't. I think they're fairly realistic. Obviously, you never know what can happen in football, and unrealistic things off the back do happen. It's a game. It's 11v11 on any given day, so anything can happen. But I really don't think this is unrealistic. But at least we got us staying up.
So what we got with Palace, we got them going down. How many games do we actually have them? Do we have them winning any games?
Who?
Losing to United, Palace, losing to Spurs, drawing at home to Leeds, so they could win that one. Palace losing to City, losing at home to Newcastle, losing at home to West Ham, losing away at Liverpool, drawing away at Bournemouth,
Yeah, that Palace West Ham could be a draw.
drawing at home to Everton, losing away to Brentford. So we haven't got them winning any games. So that might be underestimating them. They could win one of them. The ones that biggest ones we don't have the winning are home to Leeds, at home to Everton. Could win one of those games.
Either way, I think it's going to be very tight come the end of the season. It looks like it's going to run all the way till the end, this relegation battle, which is scary, man. We could be going into that last game of the season still being able to get relegated.
Not beating Everton, Leeds, or Forest at home. So we could win one of those.
Everton, Leeds, and Forest.
Wolves away.
Yeah, I mean, we did lose 3-0 to Forest at City Ground under Deitch.
It's true. I'm just saying one of those could be a win.
Yeah, it's true.
We do have 4 draws, but right now, if we're judging by how we're playing, that is probably how we.
The form that we have us on now is better form than what we've been showing in the last 18 games.
God, is anything we've overestimated that if we don't get, we could go down? Any win that we think is unjust.
Well, Brighton at home.
Brighton at home, we've got to win. Palace at home.
We could easily not win.
I've only got 2 wins. Brighton and Palace at home. That's it.
Yeah. We could easily not win that Brighton game, but then we can easily win the Wolves game. So it's just give and take, isn't it?
God, this is very close for comfort. Well, that is our predicted final league table.
Let us know in the comments, though. Do you think we've underestimated Spurs? Do you think we've overestimated any teams? Because I'm going through the fixtures. I don't think it's that unrealistic. I really don't. But at least we have us staying up.
I think we are being pretty pessimistic on Tottenham, but I also think we are shit at the moment.
I don't think we're being pessimistic. I think we're being realistic.
Well, we're being pessimistic in the sense that we're giving Tudor no chance. Like, we're saying he's not going to improve us.
No, we're saying he is going to improve us.
I guess. Well, we're saying we're going to get 11 points out of the last 11 games.
Yeah.
And right now we have.
We're giving him the same amount of wins as we've had in our last 18 games.
That's what I'm saying. So we're not.
But this is 11 games.
Well, I'm saying over the season, we're saying he's not going to have that much of an impact.
We're saying that he's going to improve our form from the last 11 games to the next 11 games.
But with the trajectory of our season, we're now 29 points out of 27. We're ending it with 40 out of 38, so it's similar trajectory.
Yeah, but I think the points per game was heavily inflated by the ones that we got right at the beginning. In terms of form.
Could he get us back to something like that? Who knows? I'm just saying that's what we're predicting. He won't. I'm saying he could. Maybe he'll win 3 or 4 games instead of 2.
Let's hope. All we can do is hope. But I guess this is all done on the mindset now and the form that all the clubs have been in.
After his first game.
Yeah. Obviously, our narrative and our thoughts can change if we go and beat Fulham this weekend.
We've got Brighton winning 1 game, drawing 4, and losing 6.
Yeah.
Losing 6 of their final 11 games. So a real tanking.
Someone in the comments, Alex Anderton says, absolute doom mongering for no reason. I mean, it's clearly not any reason because we are in a relegation battle. Currently, right now, with 11 games to go, we sit 4 points above the relegation zone. So I don't understand why that's doom mongering. We are in this situation.
We've got West Ham, 4 wins.
And anyway, we say we stay up.
4 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses for West Ham.
Yeah.
Which isn't crazy. And Forest, we've got 4 wins. 4 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses as well. 3 losses. No, 4 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses. So we're not predicting crazy form for the others, just like...
Whatever it is, it's a scary situation. That's all we need to know. It's probably not going to end up like that. No, but what we do know...
But I think it could end really tightly. I really do, because I really do think that West Ham and Forest are really... They're not going to go... I've been saying this. They're not going to go down easily. They're not going to go down like the other teams that have gone down recently. I think come the final day, there will be a relegation fight. I don't know if we'll be in it necessarily, but there will be. No one's going to be relegated in going to that final day in terms of... apart from Burnley and Wolves, there will be a spot up for grabs. I'm certain of it. I don't think anyone's going to just fall away and not give it a really good fight.
True, and it's also a good point that Chris makes here, saying that if Palace are getting into that situation in that territory, they'll probably sack their manager and maybe have a new manager bounce.
True, and they might be out the Conference League potentially.
I reckon they go far in the Conference League. That's what might kill them, going far in the Conference League.
But they might have to sack it off if they're in this situation. Who knows?
Yeah. But also, if they sack it off, they could still win games in the Conference League.
I also kind of feel like if they really need to, Palace, they can kind of turn it on. Like, they're in a funk at the moment with a lot of situations, but when push comes to shove, let's say they really need to win a game, I reckon they'll pull out of the bag. They're that kind of team.
Maybe.
I'll be shocked if Palace go down.
I'd hope that's the same situation as Spurs, though.
100%. I guess you could say the same way. You might have that feeling with everyone.
Yeah.
There's no obvious candidate, really.
Yeah. On all of those teams' day, Forest, Brighton, Tottenham, West Ham and Palace, they could all do that. So it's just about right here, right now, I have more confidence in West Ham and Forest than I do with Spurs and Palace. That's the thing.
God, this is the stark reality we are in.
Yeah.
Stark reality.
Scary, man. Absolutely scary. But someone says, trust me, Forest are going to be pretty shit. But I mean, you say that, but they've got a new manager in Vitor Pereira who saved Wolves last season, got 6 wins in a row. And his first 2 games have been pretty impressive. 3-0 away win in Fenerbahce. And they played better than Liverpool, losing in the last minute. They could have easily got a draw in that game.
For me, the reality is, even whether it's Pereira or Deitch, whoever, they have good players. And they have a really good squad. They don't have as much injuries as well. They showed last season.
I don't think they're going down.
Like, they might do, but I think they've got a really good chance of staying up. I think they're not favourites to go down. Like, I'd be shocked if they're not going to be shit. Put it that way. They're not going to be shit.
You know what's scary though? You know how I mentioned a few days ago the West Ham Arsenal game, 3 games to go. Arsenal played Crystal Palace last game of the season.
They do. Oh my God.
That is scary, man. If it works out the way we worked out, we could need Arsenal to beat Palace and they potentially go and win the league. We are desperate for Man City to beat Arsenal. As long as Man City beat Arsenal, I think we'll be all right.
We got West Ham to save themselves on the final day.
Yeah. God. Anyway, I think that's that. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think the results that we picked are actually realistic, or do you think we're just
doom-mongering, as they say?
Yeah, doom-mongering. But I don't think we are. I think we're being realistic here.
I think you look at the form of the injuries we have as well. Until we've seen the impact Tudor can do, evidence of it, you can't sit here and say he's going to go and win X amount of games. It's hard to say that. But obviously, we should be getting some points.
And he said before, these players are low on confidence with bad habits. How long does it take him to get these bad habits out of the game?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that. It'll become a bit clearer this weekend. If we go and have a good performance and win, then it's a different story and the narrative changes.
THFC says, you got any funny feelings that we stay up?
Well, judging, I got that. You don't see my predictions, mate. We're staying up.
Funny feeling.
We're staying up.
On the final day, at home Leeds, we get the draw, we stay up.
If we go into that last game within 2 points of the relegation zone and it's not Crystal Palace below us, mate, that is going to be the day from hell.
Do we hear, celebrations around the ground once we hear Arsenal have taken the lead at Palace?
No,
is that what happens?
I don't know, man.
I think we do. I think we do.
As long as Man City are still on top, then it doesn't matter. Arsenal can win.
Wild celebrations. Tottenham, have they done it? They've survived.
It is. Man City got a hard game last game of the season. They're playing Villa.
Will they play Free From Desire at the end of the party? Survival? They will as well.
Pitch invasion.
They will.
Yeah, they will. Shameless.
It will be. Even if we don't beat Everton, if we stay up on that final day, Free From Desire is belling out, everyone's going to be dancing. It's going to be absolutely shameless scenes.
Yeah. And those scenes will do damage across the whole Premier League, man. We're going to get bantered for it.
Oh, my God. It's definitely going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll see you all tomorrow. Match preview day, Fulham away. And, we'll see what comes from that one. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.